What's up, dude?
Please tell me you caught some of that West Ham game.
I I did, but it was weird because I was yeah, I was in the travel mode. But yeah,
Oh, gotcha.
I saw parts of it, and then when they went up, I was like, oh, they went up again. Oh, they went up again.
Dude, it was crazy. It was crazy. I was like, it was 1-0 for a hot minute, and then that second, the second and third goal both happened within like 4 minutes of each other. And
Mhm.
I thought Brighton was going to do a good push there at the end. They really looked like they were going to score and make it a close game, especially in extra minutes, but didn't happen. But West Ham
Yeah,
played really well.
that's something that I guess I've been sleeping on them. That's 3-1 to Chelsea and 3-1 to
Yeah,
Brighton.
that's what
I
I'm
mean,
saying, bro. I know
I
they
was
finished what middle of the table last season.
yeah, I was clowning Chelsea the other day, but turns out maybe West Ham is someone
Actually
to watch.
good, bro. And it might be. I mean, they're not going to beat Newcastle, but they might be somebody to watch out for. You know what I'm saying? Might come in sixth or seventh, eighth.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah. The someone was mentioning it earlier. So the thing that Brighton has been so great at is when teams press them, they
Uh huh.
destroy teams against the press. Well, West Ham
Ooh.
wasn't pressing, and
Yeah,
so
exactly. Exactly. No, that's what I was noticing. So, all right. So I'm actually trying to put like what we learned to
yeah,
uh to practice. No tiki taka. I didn't see any of that.
no, no,
But
no, no. And I didn't watch it close enough, but West Ham play a more of like a low, what they call parking the bus,
yeah.
meaning they
Oh,
have like
hold on.
low block defensively. What's up?
Nathan, somebody I can't see the chat goes away really quick on my phone. Nathan, somebody just commented and said West Ham had their goalkeeper really came through at the end. He did,
Yeah,
dude. He went off at the end because Brighton really did try to score a couple times.
yeah.
Yeah, West Ham lone ball Brighton to death. That's true.
I wish I could have. I wish I could have watched it like closely and like analyzed it like I've been
Hmm.
trying to, but I was driving.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I was listening to it on the rental car I had Sirius XM, and so I was
Ah,
listening to the satellite radio
so
of
you
it.
got the good stuff, man. Yeah, you had the real announcers and everything on that.
Yeah, it was great.
That's great, man.
But I did sneak a peek at the Tottenham game this morning and the Manchester United game, which was crazy. That game,
Bro, I didn't get to watch it, but I did see the highlights from it.
bro, they went down 2-0 in 4 minutes.
I know folks were clowning them too.
I
I
know. It was,
saw it in our group chat. Which, if y'all ain't members on Luke's channel, yeah, you're crazy. That Discord is insane. But man, folks were going off this morning about that.
yeah, we have a members only Discord, so if you want to hop in there, it's pretty lit sometimes.
It's so
Um,
fire. All you have to do is join membership. Do it. Do it. Do it.
yeah, and so yeah, we were talking about it too. I was kind of confused because I had just started watching it, and I just looked down to see Marcus Rashford as the back line,
Hmm.
and I was confused. I was like, well, that was really bad defense.
Hmm.
Number one, and then I was confused as to why the back line was Rashford and Anthony,
Yeah.
and so uh, like I said, driving and all, I wasn't able to keep up with all the chat, but
Hmm.
um, some of the guys in there in the Discord were saying like they were confused by that too.
Yeah. I was confused on how Nottingham. That's how you say Nottingham. Nottingham. How would I say that? Nottingham.
It's weird. Nottingham
Yeah.
is Nottingham, but Tottenham is Tottenham.
Yeah, I
Not Tot-
can't. Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, I'm really trying to get it down. But
yeah,
it's crazy how quickly they gave up that game though. So I felt like they had it on lock and then threw it
I
away.
mean, I guess props to United. They fought back, but it really did look like they were going to. Someone said, "Just say Forest." Okay.
Just say force.
Oh
Okay, I got that. That's easy. I can do that.
yeah.
Did you see the red card for on Joe Worrell?
No, I did not. What happened there?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I was watching the highlights hoping that it would tell me something about it, and I didn't see anything about it. But it happened in the 67th minute. So I'm trying to
Wait, somebody said it's not numb, so maybe you were right.
Nottingham. Okay.
I heard the announcer. Okay, I blame the British announcer
Nottingham.
that I
Yeah.
heard calling it
Yeah, yeah,
Nottingham.
yeah,
I'm
that's what
not.
that's what he
I'm not.
said. apparently nobody cares because that comment just said it. You can call it whatever you want, basically. So
Nottingham, Tottenham, or
I
yeah,
dig it.
yeah,
Yes. So that
yeah.
was
So
a wild game, man.
yeah, seeing them come back from that was
I
I
just
was surprised.
I think it's so embarrassing too, like for us as a squad. You had so much momentum, so much hype. That really tells you how quickly the game can flip and how much the phrase "trophies don't go out to the ones who had a good beginning" really takes
Mm,
place in football primarily because I mean, with the two was the second minute and fourth minute they score, and you're like, dang man, like they're about to get out here and blow these cats out. And then they didn't even well, I guess they probably had some good shots. I need to look at the stats here because I didn't watch the game, uh but there was no I don't know, man. They didn't score again, and I'm not sure that they had one that even looked like it was going to be close for the rest of the game. Um,
yeah,
and then,
yeah.
but here we go. Manchester had their goals spread out throughout the entire game, so they just played consistent ball all game long.
Well, yeah, they definitely came back, but at first I thought it was disastrous. I was like, oh my, like United
Mhm.
are a mess, and still like to give up two
That
in the first
fast,
shows you they do have problems. Like
yeah,
they were
bro.
able to overcome this, but if you like by the eye test of watching it, and I only got to watch, snippets here and there, and just by listening to it, it didn't seem like they were really playing with that much like that high quality. It was
Yeah,
just they were just taking advantage of the chances when they got them.
yeah.
Um, one of the Discord members said, "This game really showed that United's biggest weakness is air control and physicality. We threaten no headers in the box."
Mm, okay. He
Yeah,
said we. He's a fan.
yeah, he's a fan for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was
uh,
trying to check on his mental health after they lost to Tottenham the other week.
I got you. Derp, I tell you what, man. I'll give you what you're asking for. He said I'd love to hear a Southern drawl, Nottingham. So Nottingham,
Nottingham.
yeah, Nottingham. You
Wow,
see them Nottingham boys out there? That's
great.
it, bro.
It's funny. Corey actually has a Southern draw, and I can slip into it occasionally, but for the most part, I've got that like
You
I
got
don't
the
know,
West. You
basic.
got like the yeah. You're like a Northwest or
Yeah,
Southwest American accent.
like that basic, boring general American accent. But the reason being, I think here's my theory. My
Mhm.
dad was a traveling speaker for while I was growing up, and so
Okay.
we very rarely stayed in one spot. So I think I've been to almost all 48 continental states. Or that's what they
I
call it.
got you.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
and so I've been to most of those the states that are here, um, not on an island,
yeah,
and so I just I didn't ever stay in one place long enough to actually catch an accent. But
yeah.
wait, somebody just said United have just asked to get a loan. I don't know how you say this name, Cucurella.
Cucurella, Cucurella.
Cucurella?
Yeah, I don't know who that is. Let's go look. Hold on, because this is gonna be all over their ESPN page. Let me pull them up real quick.
I mean, they definitely need to be making some moves for sure.
Yeah, man, the news media is calling it a horror start.
Yeah, somebody said Tottenham is looking like regular season Cowboys, and boy, does it feel that way. It feels that way, man. Like I'm not gonna
Dude,
believe anything until it's over,
nah, they
because
were hot, man.
I live that reality of Cowboys look
Yeah,
unbeatable. Oh wait,
bro.
here's January.
Speaking of the Cowboys, hold on now. Speaking of the Cowboys, flip it to football real quick.
Yeah, yeah. Do you
Uh,
see?
Trey Lance, man, the former number what, number 4 pick, number 3 pick.
Yeah, I think they're
That's
trying to put pressure on old Dakota.
yeah. I think there was one announcer said that the Dak Prescott era is over. We'll see. Trey Lance ain't good, so we'll see.
All right, so Lucho7 asks Luke, "Did you choose a team in the Prem yet?" I think the ship has sailed on Tottenham.
No,
We're gonna see.
no, 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 no. This man
We're
is
gonna.
a Tottenham fan. He is a Hotspur fan through and through, and he's not going to admit it until they win, until they finish top four. I'm just
That's
going
what
to
I'm
say
saying.
it.
I just have found I never root against them, so that must.
you're just a backyard supporter. You're like they're like your neighbors, and you're like, look, hey man, I'm never gonna come to your house, but I support you, bro. I
I'm also
support you in everything you're doing.
having fun just watching the whole league, but no matter who plays against them, I'm always rooting for them. So must be who it
Right,
is.
right.
And, and plus, so I thought coming into this year, I thought, well, it's going to be either Tottenham or Manchester United. Well, it turns out Spurs just seem to be playing better than Manchester United right now. So,
Hold on, what did he say?
um,
One of the Discord folks said, "My condolences, Tottenham has chosen you." That's true, bro. I get my liquids.
Lucas loving the big Ange. Yeah, dude, I have like the way that that's the new coach for Tottenham. The way that they've been playing is exciting. Now, I don't know that. I mean, they probably it's fool's gold. Probably, I know, I get that, but uh, he's the, they've been fun to watch. So far, have been fun to watch.
R.I.P. Luke's hope of seeing a trophy in his life. He has chosen
Hey,
Spurs.
at least you guys are gonna get a heck of a lot of content out of it. You guys will
Come on.
get to see the oceans at some point, hopefully.
Hmm.
The problem with Tottenham was never the coach. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the case. But
No,
he
it's just Tottenham.
he is giving them a boost right now. It's certainly due to his leadership right now that they're playing the way they're playing. That doesn't mean it'll last, but
Mhm. Man, I got asked today, bro. Not to pivot, but I got asked if I was going to go to some World Cup games, and I was like, absolutely,
yeah,
absolutely. By that time, bro, we're gonna be so versed in the game. It's gonna be like we're just watching what we love versus trying to figure out what's going on. It's gonna be crazy.
yeah. So somebody said I chose the most hated club in the league, and then at least Caillou's defending me. He said Tottenham isn't really hated, just ridiculed, and that is
Come on.
exactly which is kind of me as a Cowboys fan. Except Cowboys fans are hated,
No, they
but
are like not
yeah,
globally, but in America they are.
yeah, but
Globally, y'all are probably the most international brand of football out there, except for like maybe Alabama college football.
yeah.
But like you go anywhere and there's going to be somebody who knows who the Cowboys are. Jerry Jones is a terrible owner, but he's at least done that well.
Dude is the best businessman in the game for sure.
Absolutely.
Uh,
Absolutely.
United and City are more hated. I would say City's probably the most hated right now. That's just because
Yeah.
whoever's on top for that long is going to be hated.
Yeah. Yeah. West Ham might just shut everybody down though and become the most hated now.
Are you becoming a West Ham fan now?
No, I'm just saying if they keep playing like they're playing, bro, they're gonna slaughter everybody.
How do you predict what you think's going to happen with your Newcastle boys tomorrow?
With Liverpool,
Yeah,
uh, I think we're gonna learn a lot from the way we played City. Um, and so I think I'm calling 2-1. I think that's a solid guess. I think we're going to come out on top. I think both of our goals are going to come in the second half. I think Liverpool will probably I think Liverpool will probably come out 1-0 in the first. We'll make some adjustments at half and that'll be it.
I just accidentally lowered my seat and that scared me.
Oh gosh.
Um, I think I think that your prediction is not that off. I actually expect Newcastle to win as well.
Somebody's
I
saying
have
we're going to tear Liverpool apart. I'm not on board with saying that Liverpool's garbage
no, they're
because
definitely not, but they haven't impressed me that much this year. But then again, I said the same thing about
I mean, yeah,
West Ham.
yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Well, the thing is, yeah, they haven't impressed me this year, but we're only 2 games into the season, so it's really kind of hard to make a judgment call on their whole squad. You can make calls like that on City because they've been great for so long. So if they come out playing bad, you're like, oh, they're going to be terrible this year. Well, you would have some grounds to say that because they've been so good for so long that you would expect them to be, come out 2-0 or whatever. But with Liverpool, I mean, what they won one and drew one, so it's not even like they've even lost yet. Um, and
I think I that, but I think your signal also cut out for a second.
oh
So
shoot, my bad.
it's all good. I think I understood most of that though. All right.
Yeah.
Liverpool aren't garbage. They're unstable, and Newcastle is very stable. That's kind of what I was getting at there.
Mhm.
Uh,
That's a good assessment of their squad. So Newcastle wins easily at its home, and they just have more squad quality. They know how they want to play, in Liverpool doesn't. So do you think Liverpool's issue is a coaching thing, or do you think they just don't have any chemistry right now?
I actually don't think I could speak on it because I haven't watched them really. They've got a legendary coach and this pretty much the same squad that they had when they were um, dominating, but they
Oh,
just
okay.
they, last year was a downturn for them, and they haven't really impressed me this much this year. Someone said Boca draw 0-0 home game, and we'll go for qualification at Racing Stadium this Wednesday. This is Boca Juniors is an Argentine club that I'm trying to follow this.
Oh,
So
hold on.
thank you,
What's going on with Corey and West Ham? Nothing. Nothing is going on with me. Okay. My
Barber.
barber, yeah, my barber is a West Ham fan, and so I haven't been to get my hair cut, as you can see, because I'm afraid to walk in there and talk to him because he's going to be talking crap the whole time because his team is actually doing good.
So he's
So
talking a big game on the stream, so that way his barber won't gouge his
exactly,
hair next time.
exactly. I need a new cut, so I need him to not hate me. So he was mad at me for being a Newcastle fan. I'll say that. He said I have sided with the Saudis, is how he put it. So
Ah, see, I just tried not to factor any of that into my decision. I'm just going to watch the
yeah,
teams because I know all
I
the
heard that.
things going on.
Thomas
Uh,
94. That's how my recovery is going, man. I'm all scarred up now,
oh my
and
gosh.
yeah, man, I'm doing good though. So knee is looking good, and everything is working well. So thank you for asking.
Yeah, dang, that's tough.
Yeah,
For those who don't know, Corey tore his ACL
yeah.
uh, playing American football, I think. Well, then
No,
basketball.
no. Well, it was a basketball. I think I started the tear playing football, but I tore it in half playing basketball. So
Yeah. Okay, someone's letting me know that AC Milan won today. That's
four
cool. I
one.
kind of 4-1. Yeah. So I told in my video that I made about the teams I'm going to be following. I think I said Juventus was the Italian team I was following, but I think I got to take that back. I think I'm actually following AC Milan more
Wait, is
because
Milan?
huh? Go ahead.
They're Italian?
Yeah.
Why did I not know that?
I don't know. I think I'm following Milan more this year than I was. I thought I
Hmm,
would. But that's because they have Christian Pulisic, uh,
okay. Oh,
and
okay.
he balled out in his debut with them. So I've kind of
Gotcha.
been keeping. Uh, Crazy to think I now get all my Premier League updates from Luke and Corey. Dude, I don't think
That's what.
that we're the greatest source of information. We're just chatting about what we see.
Yeah, we're not ESPN yet, but
I bet by the season, though, I bet we actually could have some pretty um, decent analysis of what's going on.
oh, for sure. Yeah, I think by the time I'm done, especially by the time I'm done watching how the season unfolds, I think by 2025 it's gonna be, or 2024, 2025 it's gonna be a wrap on calling this stuff.
Yeah, yeah. You're just a couple of dudes being buds. That is true. That
Facts,
is.
facts.
Uh,
We're actually a
yeah.
couple business
So
partners now, so
yeah, business partners. We went in. We went in together. This is a this is a business now. Um, would we ever do a watch along in the Discord with the fans? We plan on doing stuff like that. The
yeah,
difficulty right now has been that our seminary schedule is
crazy.
absolute, yeah, bonkers right now.
Yeah, and
I brought
I'm welcoming another kid in the world in 2.5 weeks, so my time is about to become extremely limited.
Yeah, he's about to have a second child. What's his
Yep,
name?
Ian.
Ian. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
So
And so, yeah, it's definitely we're busy right now. We plan on doing stuff like that if we can, like if we're able to fit the time in. But like I brought 6 different books with me on this trip, and I'm only here for a week.
yep. That's how it is.
But
I mean, you caught me. I'm in the middle of grading a test. I'm a grader for a teacher here, so I'm in the middle of grading stuff and doing my own assignments. And so I'm like, y'all hop on the stream though. I ain't got nothing better else to do.
yeah, I'll go ahead and out myself. A lot of times in class, I'm you know, taking notes on my computer, but I'm checking up what's going on at the Premier League and everything, so I can try to figure out what my videos are going to look like.
Yeah. Hey, look,
But
I'll tell you what I had an idea of last night. Well, I guess this morning I was at work at 3 a.m. this morning. I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, bro, because I want to like, I really correct me if I'm wrong, but El Clasico is like the rivalry in all of football, right?
Mhm.
Like that's like the one that okay. So I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, man, it would be a shame for me not to deep dive into that game to get an understanding of that because if that's what every rivalry tries to be, like you want your rivalry to be the best rivalry, right? So if like
I
if
think
I'm huh,
yeah, I think like it's for sure the biggest rivalry in Spanish football. It might be the biggest rivalry in all of football, but it's hard to gauge that.
I got you.
Like, Manchester United, Liverpool is pretty big, but I don't
Mhm.
think it ever rises to the level of the El Clasico.
Yeah. So I'm thinking about like while we're you know, with the baby for a few weeks, I think what I'm going to do in the spare time is just get on and like record some voiceover stuff and try to do like an extended, not documentary, but an extended account of that game and try to dig into the history and stuff. Kind of like how you did with the 2014 World Cup. I
Yeah,
just feel like that would be a fun video to make during that time when I don't have a lot of time to sit down and record, but I have moments here and there. I think
yeah,
it'd be good.
yeah. I think yeah, Boca. People are saying Boca Juniors River Plate is also that's an Argentina rivalry. That's a huge one. I think
Okay.
El Clasico is probably the biggest. But someone else said Rangers and Celtic, and I've heard that a lot. But I haven't watched any Rangers versus Celtic because right now they're currently not in the top flight leagues, and that's not a reason not to. I think maybe I'm wrong. Y'all let me know. I might be completely wrong. That might be a different league.
Mm.
I might be just talking out of my butt right now. I'm getting to the point where my knowledge is like getting better, but like I can still make some stupid statements. I don't think Rangers Celtic are. Yeah, okay, they're Scotland. They're top flight. Okay, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
I
Scott
tell y'all a rivalry everybody's sleeping on,
for that.
and that is the Iron Bowl.
The
You're talking
Iron
about
Bowl.
talk about one of the oldest rivalries in all of history, man.
Oh
Go look
yeah,
it
yeah.
up. Go look it up.
That's college football
That's
for
college
those
football.
who
Yeah.
aren't.
I just wanted them to go Google it so they'd figure it out and then fall in love with the sport, and then we could talk about it. It'd be great.
We're slowly chipping away at getting some people to be interested in our sport, but
Yeah. Somebody said Scottish League is really bad.
that's probably why I thought it wasn't a top flight league because I don't hear a lot about them. But
Yeah.
um, the only thing I've known about Scottish league is Hearts of Midlothian, which
What
that's
is that?
it's a it's a crazy story of a club that was really good, but then when World War I came around,
Mm.
like the entire team enlisted in the army.
What is that? That's the one you were telling me about that one
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
little video
Um,
about it. And like eight of them died, and so like
dang.
it's like a big deal for that club, and so
Yeah.
like I don't know, just that story alone was so cool that they're my Scottish team, and I don't even know anything about Scottish football, but they've got to be my
Hey,
Scottish team.
that's okay. According to the chat, you don't need to know anything about the Scottish league because it's that bad. That's that's what they're saying.
Well, that's kind of the same thing with the German league with the Bundesliga
Yeah.
because it's basically Bayern Munich. How many times? Y'all, chat, let me know. I think it's like 14 times in a row or something like that. That Bayern Munich has won that league. It's pretty crazy. Uh, Oh, this might be fun for us to look into. Rangers is Protestant and Celtic is Catholic or Celtic. I don't know how to say that. It's Catholic, so there's religious roots to that rivalry. Well,
Oh wow,
I tell you what, the old Catholic Protestant stuff.
dude, that would be a fun one to dive into, given the nature of our degrees. Like, I mean, we could
Right.
really church history is something I have a lot of study in, so that'd be fun to dive into because that dude, they used to kill people over that stuff, man. So like to think that they have a game off of that is crazy.
Uh, yeah, someone's saying 11 in a row, 11 times in a row, 14 out of 15. I think something like that.
Gotcha.
Okay, so we were saying it right. It's Celtic.
Okay. I think I said Celtic in one of my videos too. So Celtics, so like the Celtics that we have here in the NBA. Yeah. Hold on, wait. Somebody asked me a question. Nathan, it's called the Iron Bowl, like IRON. Just dive in, bro.
Someone's been begging for us to look at the Old Firm. What is the Old Firm? Y'all let me
What's
know
the
what
old
the old.
firm? The old
Uh,
fern, like a tree? Oh no, 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 firm. Okay.
like a business, a legal firm.
It's like a yeah, yeah. That's like the old law firm for FIFA. I'm
I'm
kidding.
looking it up. Oh,
Kidding.
it's Rangers. Okay, that's what Old Firm is.
What is it? Rangers and who?
Rangers and Celtic. That's Old Firm.
Oh,
Okay.
cool. Okay, okay.
So the Old Firm is the collective name for the Scottish football clubs Celtic and Rangers, which are both based in Glasgow. The two clubs are the most successful and popular in Scotland. The rivalry between them became deeply embedded in Scottish culture. Okay, like the rivalry started in 1888, and they
Mm,
have played 436 times. So
dang. How many times?
yeah, that's
436?
436 meetings since 1888.
Jeez, bro.
So it quite literally goes back like 2 centuries, no, century and a
Dang,
half.
yeah. No kidding, man.
Oh, don't clown
That's a
me for
lot of dang games, bro.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, these rivalries they go back, man. They go back real far. Um, Someone said the rivalry can be traced back to the 1700s. Okay, well,
Bro, what were they even? Did they even have the ability to make a ball in the 1700s, or were they just out there kicking a freaking stone around? You know what I mean?
there's actually history of football dating back like in past like in the ancient times where we found like archaeological evidence of eight or not evidence but like I guess it would be writings of a game played with a feet. So
Wow.
and then
I
there's
know we have that for basketball too, but there was some there was some discovery that basketball may have been played, a form of it anyway, may have been played way, 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 way long time ago, like 1,000+ years or something crazy.
there's
Um,
a game that there's a game I'm trying to look at. I found this out the other day that a game that the Mayans used to play called I guess it's called Pock to Pock or whatever. And
they used to have a human head in medieval times, is what he just said.
oh, so, but there was a Mesoamerican game called Pock to Pock, and it was
Okay.
basically like you couldn't use your feet, but you used every part of your body except your hands and like so you're using your butt, your hips, you're using your legs and everything. And I tried to watch how it's played. I'm gonna probably do a video about it because it was so fascinating.
Hmm.
We don't know a whole lot about how it was played, but we do know that the losers of the game were killed.
Okay.
It was sort of pointing it out. It was sort of like a basketball game. So like you have like a
I
hoop
think
on the
that's what
side.
I'm talking about.
It was featured in like a Disney movie at one point.
Okay.
Was
But
which one?
they let him die in the Disney movie.
Yeah, it's
Wow,
a, uh,
it's crazy.
the biggest group in 50 years just came together to find the Loch Ness monster. I don't know what that means. All right. Um,
Let's go, baby. Let's find him.
Nessie, old Nessie. Um,
Hold on, wait. Messi. He's in Miami. That's where he
Messi.
went.
Speaking of Messi in Miami, he might be winning another trophy soon. When is his?
Yeah, he debuts today, doesn't he?
Oh yeah,
Five thirty.
his
5:30.
MLS debut. His
Debut.
MLS debut today.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. When does he? I think it's at 5:30 our time. Well, hold on. You're in Texas. Yeah, yeah. You're on the same time as me. Let's see. I forget who they play too. I feel like it's somebody garbage.
No,
Well, it
actually,
could,
uh, oh gosh, dang. I
well, for
actually
some
keep
people, the entire MLS is garbage. So,
except for FC Dallas. Y'all don't be clowning FC Dallas. These guys play.
hey, somebody, Chelsea signed New England's goalkeeper Petrovic. He's a
Gotcha.
Serbian. Hmm.
So one of the goalkeepers, I don't think he's like the best goalkeeper at by far. Like I don't really think he's. I think he's good, but
Mhm.
he's one of my favorite goalkeepers to watch right now. Is simply because he's the U.S. men's team's goalkeeper, but he plays for Forest. His name's Matt Turner. He's fun to watch, man. Like he's so intense. His face always showing every emotion. So, so I would
Man,
say Matt Turner's a fun one to watch, man.
Getting
What do
deliveries at the house.
you got you?
Yeah, no, they rang the doorbell. My
I
dog's
was
in there
like,
taking a nap, bro.
really
So
to his bathroom. That's what I was. I was like, where are you going,
no,
bro?
nah, bro, I wouldn't be on here doing that on the live stream. That would be
Yeah,
crazy, bro. That would be
and
so out of pocket.
someone says fantasy team. Dude, my freaking fantasy team. I keep making huge mistakes. I
I
can't
thought
pull
you
up.
were leading it.
Huh? I was doing.
I thought you
I'm
were winning the fantasy league right now.
No, I was doing well this week, but I have a guy on my bench who scored 12 today. Uh,
Oh no.
yeah, he's on my bench. And I already had Sterling from the other
Mm,
game, and he scored 19. And so,
dang.
yeah,
Oh, so Messi plays at 6:30 tonight, and he plays New York. So,
Eastern time.
huh?
Is that Eastern time or Central?
That's central. That's central time. So that'll be our time zone. 5:30 Eastern, I guess. Or no, that'll be 7:30 for them because it's going to
Yeah.
jump an hour.
Oh, so Turner played for Arsenal last year. I didn't know that. Okay. Yeah. Um, Definitely worth to look into Forest's history. I will look into Forest history. They every time I hear them, uh, I think of Robin Hood. So
Hmm.
um, yeah, West Ham beating Brighton 3-1 was probably the craziest thing from to happen today.
Yeah, I would say so.
I think that was probably my most surprising result. I expected Tottenham to be Bournemouth. I didn't expect them to do it so handily. Uh, I expected I expected United to beat. Um, who did they play? Daggum, I watched the game. I expected United to do. Oh, Forest. I expected United to win that game. I didn't expect them to go down 2-0 at the beginning. So then I expected Forest to destroy them. Uh,
Yeah.
so this is crazy. Caillou says that West Ham beat Brighton with 17% possession.
Yeah, I was noticing. So they were kicking the shiznit out of that ball down the field, like long passes, like crazy, bro. And so I
So
wondered, do they count possession time on kicks like when you're moving the ball like that?
uh, I don't know. I don't know how they calculate the possession time, but I think it has to be ball at your foot. Um,
Okay.
but either way, they had the possession. If they only had 17% possession, that means that in order to advance the ball down the pitch, they were having to do the long ball. Um,
Yeah. No
because
one
they,
knows how it works.
yeah, then they were playing that low block down here, and they were just firing bombs away.
Yeah.
And that's interesting. No, so someone says no one knows how it
Yeah.
works. Um, so one thing, somebody pointed out in my comments. Remember when we were clowning Chelsea for losing to a team with 10 players?
Yes.
That actually makes it more difficult. And at first, I was like, that makes no sense. But what happens is when the team loses that player, they just say, okay, we're going to back the heck up and we're going to crowd the goal with like 8 players
Well,
since we're down.
okay, yeah, I see where that's coming from, but that really only works if you're already winning. Um,
I guess
you know what I mean? Like if you're down or if the game is tied up or if you're down, that does not help at all to lose a player.
I would say that they would just probably resort to playing like what West Ham did, where they play that low block and long ball game, and they're just
Mhm.
going to park the bus as much as possible.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know, man. I disagree that it makes it better. I think in the case of were they up when they lost that cat? I don't know.
I don't.
Uh,
Somebody said they went down to 10 players and then Chelsea conceded. So I don't know. So I think they're disagreeing with what you said. I think that Chelsea conceded after they went down to 10 players, so they still
okay.
scored with 10 players.
So
Um,
okay, so in that case, I don't understand how that would be helpful to lose a player. I don't get it. If that's the case, you
No,
walk out there with 10 men, man.
no, I don't think it's helpful to lose a player. I think it does make it harder for your opponent to score, is what they were trying to point out.
I
Not
don't
that it
know.
makes it easier on you to score, but that it
Mhm.
makes it harder for your opponent to score.
I got you.
But these people are saying that they scored off the counter, so they
I
weren't
got
trying to send their whole offense out.
I got to do some looking into this whole counterattack.
Same for me. I'm kind of getting it, but
Yeah,
yeah, when you go down to 10 men, you don't have to play. You don't play to win. You play to survive. I got you. Which would make sense why it's hard
yeah,
to 10, but it would handicap you in a way too that you're not going to be able to score.
that's what I'm saying. You know,
Yeah,
like it's not. I feel like if you're winning, then yes, okay, take the handicap, buckle down, don't let the other team score. If you're not winning though, yeah, you're surviving, but you also have to create opportunities to score. And there is no way in the world somebody can tell me that only having 10 players on the pitch creates more opportunities than having 11. So,
I don't think it creates more opportunities. I just think that it makes it. Someone that here says that it gives seems to give the team that's down incentive or like motivation to play.
I mean,
They think,
sure, yeah.
yeah. So I think there's probably a psychological element to it, and also um, they're just going to play a more conservative defense.
Mhm,
So if you're losing and they just went down a man, you're going to have to work harder to score.
mhm.
uh,
I guess it also depends on who they lose as well. Like if you lose, say, like Man City loses Holland, that's a big loss um, versus somebody else that may just be, you know, a role player or something like that.
Speaking of Man
Um,
City loss, dude, I don't know. This Kevin De Bruyne being down, I don't know how it's going to help them. I don't know how,
well,
how they're going
apparently
to.
it didn't bother them last week. Freaking Newcastle.
Yeah, I mean, who are they playing? Yeah. So this week, I'm looking at it. Let's look at what's happening tomorrow, and then I got
at
to
eight,
figure out.
yeah, at 8 a.m., Man City's opening up with who are they playing? I don't know who this is.
I'm trying to find it real fast.
Oh, Sheffield United.
They're gonna, yeah, Man City's going to dominate.
Well, they just
No,
promoted, didn't they?
yeah, tells
Oh, poor
you
guys.
I have Holland as my captain. Oh, captain, my captain, please give me a hat trick. Uh, yeah,
Uh,
yeah. Sheffield United just got promoted, and so yeah, they're gonna get beaten.
yeah, it sucks, man. Hate it for them. They're still not bottom of the table, like to get relegated yet. So, but this L right here might do it.
You know who
Um,
might get relegated is Everton. Everton has
yeah,
done
bro. They have they even scored? Hold on, let's
no,
go.
no. They
Uh,
lost. I don't know if they scored a goal yet, but they lost
they
1-0
scored?
to the Wolves today.
No, they didn't score. No, they have not scored. Wow.
Right. Yeah, they've
Dang, dude.
done, and they did nothing in the transfer market to even try to help themselves out. So if they get relegated, they absolutely deserve it.
So they're
Like,
like the Saints every year except this year. They just don't ever do anything in the offseason and expect to be better. Um,
yeah, I can't remember who I predicted to get relegated. I knew I had Luton and I think Sheffield United going back down, and I think I had either Everton. But after today, Wolves have played at least hard. Like went they went down to the wire with United, and then they won the game today. They don't look good, but I think Everton has to be my pick to get relegated. They do not look good this year.
Everton is looking sick too because somebody just said Everton's getting a brand new stadium for the championship. So they're getting a brand new stadium and they're likely going to get relegated.
That's what I think that happened to Sunderland. Sunderland went down, but they still had like Premier League level facilities. Um,
If Everton
Everton,
gets
if ever,
relegated,
yeah. Do you think they come back up immediately? I don't know. I don't know enough about what's going on with them, but someone said it would actually be a huge loss if Everton gets relegated because of financial.
Yeah, yeah, because
So
I had made that comment in our week one video because I was like, you know, if Everton gets relegated, you know, that might actually help them to calm down for a minute, reestablish themselves, promote up. But then that comment was like, nah, they would lose a lot on the financial side. It would actually destroy the club. Um,
yeah, no, I remember us saying we thought Everton would be the one that would handle it the best, and there was a comment that said absolutely not. They would not handle it well.
yeah,
Um, Somebody said Sunderland we're in the third tier with a 50,000 seat stadium.
dang, dude.
Yeah, that's crazy. That and Sunderland is like a rival of your Newcastle boys, so you have to laugh at that because
Mm,
that's an enemy of yours.
yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
yeah, someone said Everton are doomed with their wages. Someone has to. Speaking of wages, someone has to explain to me how Chelsea is not breaking financial fair play rules with their $900 million spending. Um, I guess there's loopholes that they're getting around it, but like,
They
because
well,
City got smacked for doing something similar.
is this a league rule or is this a FIFA rule?
It wouldn't be FIFA. It would be whatever federation um,
Gotcha.
would be UEFA.
Okay, I was
Uh,
gonna say if FIFA was in charge of it, I know how they got away with that. They just lent them some money and said, "Y'all look the other way."
yeah,
Um,
I'm not sure if financial fair play is controlled by UEFA, which controls like all of European football, or if it's
mhm.
actually controlled by each league. But someone says it's a loophole where they're giving players 8 to 9 year contracts that spread the fee out.
Oh, so
In
okay,
fact,
so it's not that different from salary caps
right?
in professional football here in the states. You do the same thing if you want a player for long term, you want to give them a lot of money, you spread it out over 6 or 7 years.
You give them a
Uh,
long, you pour that into the signing bonus,
Yeah,
and
or yeah, you can either do that, or if you know you don't have all of the funding now, their first 2 years may not be as much as, say, year 5, 6, and 7, like, it's a build-up contract. Um,
gotcha. Yeah, so okay, that makes sense. Someone's saying that financial fair play is a joke anyway, only punishes small clubs.
doesn't surprise me.
I don't know how it works to be honest. I kind of watched a little bit of Man City got punished for breaking financial fair play rules, but I don't know. They're still doing fine.
Mm,
Someone says it's also sold like 10. They also sold like 10 players, and I know they've been signing a bunch of young players. So like
mhm,
they've been buying projects basically to
yeah.
try to.
Somebody said it's also a risk because what if he gets injured, you have him on a long contract? There's a benefit and a negative to that because the benefit of signing somebody for that long is you can have them locked in for a long time. They can become somebody that the supporters of your team really rally behind, you know, that kind of thing, especially if he's one of those club players that's able to put the team on his back and put the fans on his back. But then also, if he gets injured, yes, the negative side of that is, dang, you signed to a 9 year contract, he might have a season career or a career ending injury. The positive to that is if he does get hurt and has to miss a season, well, you've got him for 7 more, so it's not like you're really missing that much in the grand scheme. That's how I would look at that.
And I think if you might be able to correct me if I'm wrong here. I think the benefit of doing a long contract and pouring most of that into the upfront signing bonus is that those last years of the contract, you're paying very little on those annual salaries because you paid a lot
Yeah,
up.
yeah, well,
And
that's the whole thing with rookie contracts too. Like here in the NFL, their contracts are small, but their signing bonuses are huge if they're drafted in the first round. And the purpose of that is so that you don't have to pay them as much, and then you can opt into like the 5th year option, which is I don't know if football has something like that, but for American football, we have like a 5th year option for rookies, uh, and it also makes them more valuable in the trade side because you're not paying them as much on the contract. So if you send them to another team, that team is less likely to be in penalty because of that. You know, they can pick up a really good player who they might have to sign a contract for next year, but in year 4, they don't have to worry about it, and they can get all that performance that they want for little to no money.
Gotcha.
Um,
Michael KB. He says financial fair play has to do more with income versus spending within a club, not any
not
hard
any
cap.
hard caps. So
That
really, okay. So as long as
yeah,
you're bringing in the money, it's not a okay.
that's
Yeah,
the American greedy little capitalist inside of me loves that.
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
if
Yeah, of
I
course you
think
love that
now,
because if the Cowboys could do that,
I know, bro, but
it'd
I
be
don't know.
outrageous.
We have a squad already, and we still somehow figure out how to lose. But yeah,
Who knows?
yeah. If the
Hmm.
Cowboys could spend what they make,
Yeah,
I feel like we could buy ourselves a Super Bowl finally.
yeah, that's
But
true. Man, I got to get off here, Luke. I have enjoyed this, bro. This has been a really good stream, and thank you guys for being so interactive. This has been awesome. But I've got to
yeah.
peace out.
Yes, sir. I'm
Um,
actually gonna log off too. But yep, it's been a blast, guys.
all right, well, roll tide.
All right,
Hey, see you guys.
for sure. Yeah, make sure y'all are subscribed. I gotta hop out too. I got stuff I gotta get done. So.